Hi guys, Keith here with a video on graph analysis. And graph analysis is when we sketch f of x and g of x on the same set of axes and analyze the things that come around that. So here's an example. Given f of x is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 2 and g of x is equal to x plus 2, so a parabola and a straight line, we want to find where f of x is greater than g of x. So let's go over to GeoGebra. And we say that f of x greater than g of x, so our parabola is larger than our straight line, and that happens from minus infinity up until where they intersect at x equal to 0. So that's from x is less than 0. And then once again they intercept at point E, where now the parabola is higher than the straight line again. See, between D and E the parabola is below the straight line. So that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for where the parabola is higher than the straight line. So that means that from point E, which happens at x equal to 4, so x is greater than 4 and less than 0, that gives us our bracket. Then we say find f of x times g of x less than 0. Remember, a positive times a negative gives us a negative. And we're looking for only negative values here. So we're going to say that f of x times g of x is equal to a negative number. So from negative infinity up until minus 2, where the straight line starts becoming positive, we have that relationship because the parabola is positive there and the straight line is negative. So that means that from x less than minus 2, we have that relationship. And then we also have it again when x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2, because then we have the parabola is negative, the straight line is positive. So we say that that's our first answer, and the second answer is that x is less than 2 but greater than 1. And that's the bracket. Now, next up, find the length of j, the line between f of x and g of x in terms of x. And here's j, starting at a, going down to b. And that means that we're taking the y value of our straight line and subtracting the x value, the y value of our straight line and subtracting the y value of our parabola. So g of x minus f of x is equal to x plus 2 minus x squared minus 3x plus 2 is equal to x plus 2, we distribute that negative in, plus 3x minus 2. There's a positive 2 and a negative 2, so those cancel. Minus x squared plus 4x and no constant. And that is the equation for the length of the line of j. And we can use calculus to find the maximum or minimum length of that line. We can do all kinds of things, questions that can come up in your exam. So thanks guys, that's been a video on graph analysis.